Voices and faces.
Voices.
Okay.
Everything sound okay?
Hey everybody. Oh yeah, talk for me so I can mix.
Talk for me.
Jesus.
I need to hear the voices.
All I can think about is that Jason Derulo song that's like, talk dirty to me.
Oh my god, no, don't talk dirty on the Firestorm stream. Episode 13, we get banned from YouTube.
Is this episode 13?
I don't know.
Dude, I don't.
It's been 4 months. We skipped like 3 of these, so it's probably like episode 14. I'm probably not that far off. I'll put it that way.
Probably about 15 or 16 of them.
Well, right now,
Yeah, 4 or 5
this stream is just called Sirmina Diamond Zaps Volkner and heads to victory road. So.
I hate Restream.
It's okay.
But I'll change it later. I'm not going to change it right now. Everybody can see what we're doing in this video.
What are we doing in this video?
We're doing Sunday update.
So we're not starting Gen 5
I don't
tonight.
think so.
Oh, I didn't set up for that, so no.
I
No.
also didn't. I don't even know what console we need for this gen.
Yeah.
I think it's still DS.
Is it still DS? Okay.
Good.
Yes.
I can
Um,
still use
Dang.
Siri.
Black 2, White 2 are still DS as well.
crossed. Everything crossed.
Yes, Black 2 and White 2 are still DS.
Okay, so we're on the DS all through this generation.
Correct.
Yay.
I know DS stands for dual screen now.
Good job! So proud of you!
Early on using the emulators, I occasionally referred to it as something else because it was so bad in the
That
emulation.
is true. But it's okay.
But
It got better.
it did get better, and now I kind of like it, and I like all the extra graphics and stuff that one can do apparently with the dual screen. So I'm glad to see that we get to use that again. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about the DS now because I've never held one, and let's start talking. And let's start talking about the Pokemon things that we did in this past week.
You mean like not finishing the game? Because that's what I did.
And I didn't play at all.
Damn.
You finished last week. Like, you
Yeah.
had issues. Yeah.
So Cam finished, which is cool.
I finished.
Did we got the chance to recap that last week a little bit? But
A
not
little bit.
so much because you didn't want to give me spoilers.
Truth.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe we should chat about that first.
Well, the Psychic E4 sucked.
Yeah.
I have the screenshot saved of it, of like Zahir with 1 HP and everyone else fainted.
That was great. I was
Um,
watching that live and I was like, how did he get out of this situation?
I'm still
And he did it.
shocked.
Wow.
For anyone who's in the chat, look at the.
Jesus.
Oh, it's so blurry.
How did you? Oh my god.
Fortunately, Gallad was out.
That was like
Gallad
me.
has me.
That was kind of like me versus Cynthia. But I never had it quite to that point.
Yeah, by the time you got to Cynthia's last Pokemon, you pretty much had it down.
I felt like there was someone in there where I got stuck in a series of... What is that?
Lucario.
Yep.
You got stuck in a series of just like reviving and
Yeah.
then having to get hit and then getting hit again because he was faster.
Is Lucario... Lucario was one of Cynthia's Pokemon, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the really tough one. Because I had a Fire-type move on 2 Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been my go-to.
Right.
But didn't Lucario also know Earthquake?
Yep. Which
And
sucked.
you dug like first because you're like, oh, Steel.
I dug with the Steelix to think like, okay, ground move. What it probably should have done earlier on was go to Torterra and just Earthquaked and gone at it that
Yep.
way.
Which is fine. I mean,
But
whatever
it's all
you
good.
still worked, you know? Like, you still
I-
got it.
He had a crazy moveset, if I'm remembering correctly.
Different from the Platinum moveset too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't have Earthquake, and well, then again, I only saw 2 moves. I only saw Aura Sphere and Shadow Ball.
Because you probably took him down fairly quickly.
No.
Oh.
Lucario was last, I think. And I was reviving back and forth between Chimichurri and Zahir.
Oh wait, it was Cam's stream that I'm thinking of that had the cyclical reviving. Yes. I remember that.
Where it was like 4 or 5 turns of just reviving a Pokemon in a row, getting hit. And then finally I put in Infernape, because I was like, Infernape's fast. Flamethrower against Steel. Knocked it out, and that was it. But like...
and I couldn't ever really get my Garchomp out with enough, like... I don't know. Sometimes you get lucky and you get the Pokemon out. You don't get hit with something that knocks you. And then you can survive the next turn, because I'm pretty sure he was faster than me. And I would have had to survive, if I was switching straight in, not off a feint, I would have had to survive 2 attacks and then Flamethrower.
Yeah.
Unless the Quick Claw had gotten me to attack first on the second round.
How frequent does Quick Claw allow you to go first?
I don't know. For the first half of the game, it went on like every turn, and then in the back half of the game, it was like 5% of the time.
20% chance of going first.
Yeah.
It felt like last.
I agree at the end.
Yeah.
I feel like when we were way back in like whatever city that was, I thought it was going off like seriously every turn. And then we got later in the game and it was like never triggering.
I think they trigger plenty for Albert. Like Albert has it a lot.
Yeah. In your streams, it's like every move.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
RNGs are kind to me after I had a really terrible experience with RNG in Gen 3. I think the universe is kind of like making up for RNG in Gen 3.
That is true. That is true.
There were a surprising number of Pokemon, Peter, in your E4 run that knew ice moves.
That's frustrating.
Well, you know what? They probably came out of the woodwork more because everything I have is weak to ice.
Fair.
Because I think they only, like the AI, we've talked about this a little bit before, but like the AI dumb. Like the AI will only use stuff that's strong against you, even at the cost of damage. Like...
Typically, yes.
Yeah.
There have been some moments where they're really, really stupid, even if they do have a move that's super effective. Like, I think in my run against Volkner, I never saw Charge Beam. Ever. Even when I had, like...
That's surprising.
Draco out or something, I don't think I saw Charge Beam once.
And then he gave you Charge Beam, and you're like, alright.
I didn't even see this. Like, is this really the TM move you want to be giving me?
Yeah. But... I think we've talked about at some point, like the idea that like if they have like a Pokemon that knows a non-damaging psychic move, and you put out a poison type, like they'll spam the psychic move.
They did it in Gen 1 and 2.
Yeah, I don't know if that carries.
Moving forward,
I think they get a little smarter, but not necessarily a lot smarter.
You went up against the Bronzong that just kept using, Safeguard?
Oh my god!
Yeah, that was the funniest thing.
Oh!
Fire moves, and it was just like, nothing was happening. I was like, oh god.
Right, because what did it... Oh, and you were thinking that it was because of heat
like
something?
The heat shield or whatever.
Heat shield. But I had fought so many frickin' Bronzongs in whatever... Victory Road... Or Mount Coronet? I think it was Coronet. And you fight so many Bronzongs, and they all know Levitate. And my ground team was just like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we even do?
Meanwhile, every Bronzor and Bronzong that I felt like I went up against had the heat shield ability.
Of course, because you had a fire person.
Yeah.
The game rigged itself.
The game knew.
Yeah.
Because you used Earthquake, and it was like, it doesn't affect it because it levitated. And you were just like...
Yeah. So, the bug guy sucked for me.
Aaron?
Yeah. You probably were fine with that, Cam. I haven't actually gone through yours yet.
Yeah, I feel like that one was. I feel like the first 3 were fine.
Mm-hmm.
Bug, I might have had a little bit of difficulty with, just because bug versus fighting. Fighting's not effective against bug.
On the flip side, you have a fire guy, right?
I had fire.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
That
we
was
did
helpful.
have at least 2 Machinery.
And I think eventually I
And-
just wound up going to one of my people with a fire move and trying to burn through that way.
Mm-hmm.
No, the hardest was definitely the psychic,
Yeah.
and then Cynthia, and being like, "This could be it." I
Yeah.
would like to just take a moment and talk about Cynthia's battle music. Like, what?
It was cool.
It's so great.
So cool.
It was
starts
really
out with
good.
this like little piano-y, and then it gets really chaotic after that, and it's so good.
Who were there was the bug? Oh, I had so much fun with the second one.
The ground gym,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
and then fire.
yes. Yeah.
Sorry, Sirmina, spoilers.
No, it's okay. I mean, like, I know.
I thought, since you said, yeah, and you mentioned
You also
that
watched
you'd
both.
watched Cam's stream. So,
Yeah.
and mine, I guess. So, yeah. I mean, I felt like once I got through the bug, E4, it was a downhill, like, in terms of easier for me. But Cynthia was a major, like, that was a challenge. I was worried, like, I think, Cam, you made a joke at some point about, like, a good thing you bought the 38 full restores, but I was like, yes. Because I'm pretty sure I used, like, 37 of them.
You used most of them, and at the beginning, I had said, like, really, super potions? Like, I'm so surprised you're not just using full restores, and then by the end I was like, oh, it was a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my team just kept getting wiped. Like, I shouldn't have brought level 40s, because they didn't do anything. Like, that
Yeah.
Gastrodon at level 40 was just getting... There's no point.
I made sure that everyone on my team was at least level 55, I think, like, or around there or higher. Like, everyone I think was like 55 to 59 to go in, and that was still a struggle.
Torterra carry.
Yeah, that's why I want to be 60. Like 55, I could probably justify knowing that I have all water types and their dual types are going to be effective for like each of them
Yes.
E4s.
True.
But
Yeah.
being a one type team, if anybody has like Grass Knot or Razor Leaf or Thunder Punch or something like that, my whole team's gonna wipe.
You
know?
do have to... Does Cynthia have a Roserade? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could counter it because I have Albert is steel and water.
Right.
Draco is flying and water. And I would just have to like play my cards appropriately with those two if I pull it out against the Roserade, but
Can anyone on your team learn flamethrower?
Nope.
maybe Draco. I'm not
Oh.
sure.
I was
Wait.
thinking that. I was like, Gyarados might be able to learn flamethrower.
Ugh, that seems wrong. That feels wrong to me.
It does, but it's not surprising if it's... He can learn.
He can learn
Flamethrower.
You
flamethrower?
can?
Wow.
Amazing.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how to get
And Fire Blast.
flamethrower?
I think I have Fire Blast, and I
Oh, if he can learn Fire Blast.
You can
it's
buy
just-
Fire Blast at the department store.
Yeah, flamethrower is the Fuego Ironworks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I went
that
in
way,
there.
yeah.
I streamed that. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I
Okay,
went
cool.
to Fuego
Okay.
Ironworks. Mm-hmm.
So you have it.
Yes.
Good.
So you're good to go. That
So-
does seem wrong.
Right?
Draco can learn
Like everything.
Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Earthquake, which I'm already also going to have with Pinky at some point. I think Pinky can learn it naturally. And then he can also learn Thunderbolt and Thunder.
Yeah.
No,
Draco's a wild card.
so I said this to you guys last time. So I want to just show this to the call because I had made my sheets
The moves.
last time for all the moves that. Yeah.
You mean the moveset that I wrote out?
I'm so
Oh my
sorry.
god! Yeah, that was. I literally just got done working on this for like an hour, and then Sirmina's just like, "Wow, nice pages, Cam." I was like, "Come on,
I'm so sorry.
My work
I
or not?
it's
don't know,
it's okay,
man.
it's okay." But I realized that like, my team, diversity-wise, like moves they can learn generally sucked, except for Steelix and the Garchomp.
The fact that Steelix has a jaw to crunch, to have some fangs.
It's honestly, it's not even that. Steelix can learn pulse moves. So Dragon Pulse and Dark Pulse. I'm pretty sure he was the only one out of my whole team that can learn Psych Up. Yeah, he has just like all these really weird moves that he can learn, and of course he comes with like the Steel moves plus Dragon Breath.
Yep, that's a hallmark of Onyx. Onyx has had Dragon Breath since its existence.
Which is dope. He learns Magnet Rise at level 60, which I don't need at all, but...
A Magnet Rise.
Yeah.
Wait. I think no. I think that could be useful as a Steelix. Because Magnet Rise, doesn't it make you, like, immune to ground types? Effectively making
I think it does. For, like, 3 to 5 turns.
Yeah, so if Steelix were to use Magnet Rise, then all grass or ground moves are ineffective, and then you're good.
Well, it gives you yeah. You're not necessarily good. But, like... I mean, you're good against ground types.
Yeah.
If your opponent's
like,
an Infernape, it
ground
doesn't help.
Elite 4.
Yeah. True, but I had Torterra, so... Yeah, doesn't matter.
I don't see Magnet Rise anywhere.
I'm pretty sure it's in his learn set. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Other things I learned when I was going through this are, first of all, this is obvious, but basically everybody can learn Hidden Power, Return. All my ground Pokemon could learn Dig, which makes sense. And everybody can learn Stone Edge. If you're like a ground Pokemon, it's no problem. You can learn Stone Edge.
Did you ever go back to get the Stone Edge in Victory Road?
No.
Oh.
Do you know? Okay, so
I watched your Victory Road stream.
Hippowdon can learn Stone Edge. Tortilla can learn Stone Edge.
They can all just learn it.
They can all learn it by TM, but I already had it on Graveler. And I just like I don't need that many Stone Edges. Like it.
I'm having that difficulty with Surf because all water types. Either they all learn Surf or they all learn Waterfall for their signature water move because one's physical, one's special. So depending on how each Pokemon goes.
True.
I could just pick and
But
choose.
Waterfall is not as good.
It's about 80.
Yeah.
Waterfall's 80, Surf is 95, so it's close.
It's close. Yeah.
I think it does the best out of all the water, like the physical water moves.
Yeah. Hard to beat Surf though. I mean, like.
Surf's pretty great.
Surf's pretty great.
And has been since Gen 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do agree that Waterfall's pretty solid. I just like. My Gastrodon, who never saw the light of day, I had brought in partially because it had a higher special stat than the old Quagsire that it was replacing.
Yeah.
Man, I never got to use Brine. I was so excited to use Brine.
Didn't you? I thought you used it like 2 or 3 times. Or maybe I'm thinking Sirmina. And
I
you
had
used
Brine
Brine.
on Albert.
No, I'm pretty
Pretty
sure.
frequently.
I'm pretty sure every time I put Gastrodon in, he got immediately KO'd.
What is Brine? I could never learn it on anyone.
It deals double damage if the target is below half health. It's like an execute.
Got it.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and it deals 65 to begin with.
Yeah. So if you can hit someone that's weak to water, or at least normal to water, and they're below half health, they're dead.
Oh, that's unfortunate then.
Yeah.
Although,
that would have helped me in what, the ground gym?
Yes.
And the fire
gem.
gem.
It could help.
And
you.
the fire
Yeah,
gem.
it could've-
I didn't
And
really.
the
Keep
bug
calling them
gem.
gyms, you guys.
And the bug gym.
Oh,
Keep calling them gyms. They're elites.
in all of the E4 except for Psychic, and even in the Psychic, I think that... What was the Psychic type? I only remember...
Well, honestly, like hitting someone with a 130 power move is no laughing matter, whether they're weak to water or not. Like.
That's true. You don't get that very often.
No, it's pretty hefty.
You really only get that with like Giga Impact, which is like 150. Hyper Beam, which is like what 150 as well, I think.
Yeah, well,
And that's it.
the other thing is a lot of the moves that hit that high have recoil, or they have a high miss rate, and Brine, I believe, does not.
Recharge.
Or a recharge, yeah, something like that. And Brian doesn't. Like, they just have to be below half health.
Yeah, that Giga Impact is a recharge.
Oh, yeah, who pulled that out on you?
On me?
Somebody here does.
Yeah, someone used Giga Impact against you.
Oh, you're right. Oh, that was the Garchomp at the end. Because I remember,
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I freaked out because it had been this like continuing stream of the same moves over and over, and then all of a sudden he uses Giga Impact, and I had no idea what it was gonna do. That was scary.
Strong. It's like a Hyper Beam, except it's physical instead of special. I think they had to do something like that on purpose because of them making Hyper Beam now special.
Yeah.
They needed to retain some physical
Yeah.
150 hitter.
Yeah. I mean, there's always Double Edge. That's not 150, but
It's like 90.
I hate Double Edge.
Double Edge and Takedown are just like the worst.
I don't
I
like.
immediately, I took away Takedown on
Yeah.
Paddington and went straight to Rock Climb like the minute I could. Because it's the same amount of damage but without recoil.
So Double Edge is actually 120.
Double Edge is 120?
Double Edge is 120. Double Edge is like the big boy takedown.
Big boy takedown.
Yeah. But I don't like those moves because it's also really variable the amount of damage you take because it has to do with like the opponent's defense, which I get is the the damage you take back is scales off the amount of damage you do.
Yes.
It's kind of like
it was also proportional to like the health that your opponent has. So if you did Double Edge on like a Chansey, then it was gonna just like wreck your health bar.
I'm maybe.
That's what I thought.
I'm pretty sure it's possible that it does because the Chansey has so much health that even if you do a bunch of damage, it doesn't mess it up that much percentage-wise on their health bar, but it does hit you pretty hard because you don't have a lot of hit points unless you have good defense. Double Edge on a Steelix theoretically not bad because you have 230 points of defense to work with, but anyway.
Might find something with recoil and see if there's a formula somewhere.
Yeah, ground types. Your team was surprisingly tanky.
Uh-huh.
Not surprisingly, but just like very
Ground
tanky.
types are tanky.
Very tanky.
I felt very glass cannon.
That Steelix had no joke 230 defense by the end of, and he was not even that super high level. Because I think he had only gotten to level like 50 something.
I'm looking through Cynthia's Diamond and Pearl team, and the only difference in Pokemon is that you had to fight Gastrodon, and I had Togekiss.
Ooh.
I remember her Togekiss.
And I think I wiped out the Togekiss in one hit with Heracross because I put Stone Edge.
Nice.
You
And
did.
his
You
attack is so
one-hit
high.
KO'd Togekiss
Yeah.
with Stone Edge. Which is impressive you did with Heracross, because Heracross would have been one-hit KO'd by Togekiss in a heartbeat.
Air Slash or Water Pulse? Yeah.
Water Pulse would have been fine. Bug fighting.
Oh, but Air Slash versus Bug fighting
Yeah.
would have been, yeah.
So Togekiss went first and went with Air Slash, like, it would have been a goner.
Good thing Heracross was...
Can somebody remind me?
Yes.
Flying versus fighting. Flying is
Super
stronger? Okay. I always get those
you
mixed
can't
up.
punch a bird. You can.
Yeah.
It's just they're flying, so you miss.
Yeah.
I get it.
Punching types versus bird types.
The bird
The
type
whole
is super
Gabrielle
effective
for the-
against the boxing type.
Puncher.
The boxing type.
The boxing.
I was so happy when she pulled out Spiritomb, though. Because we actually got to see Spiritomb.
Spiritomb. That was
That's true.
Not because, like, fighting it was fun by any means, but, like, it was nice to see one.
cool. No, I hated fighting Spiritomb because it came out and I was like, dark move. And then it was like, do.
Because it is a dark type.
Is it?
Spiritomb is Ghost Dark.
I should have stopped
Just
using
maybe
dark
like-
moves. I wish someone had said that in the chat.
Well, I mean, you did the best that you could because Spiritomb, up until Fairy type is introduced, has no natural weaknesses.
Oh, true.
That's correct, yeah. So using a dark move was actually the best thing you could do.
Wow.
Yeah.
feel like Owen Wilson.
No.
But
Yeah.
So it's you have like two options. So the first option is you wait until fairy types introduced and use fairy types. But your second option would be if you were to use like Foresight or something because of its ghost dark nature, then you can hit with fighting type moves, and then you can be super effective. But that's like you have to kind of go around it a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
You can't
I should have just waited
natural.
in the game for fairy types to be introduced.
Fairy type is Gen 6.
Yeah.
We have to
Just sit there at my keyboard like, all right, any day now.
Yeah.
Types can't come fast enough, please.
Hmm?
It's so frustrating to go up against things that should be fairy and be like, yes, wait.
Which is so funny because I did not play Gen 6 and I played Pokemon Shield and I played a little bit of Sun. So a lot of the Pokemon that you guys know as fairy types, I know them as normal
types.
or only a single type, like Meryl, for example, just water rather than water fairy. So there's so much that is like you guys know that I don't, and like vice versa because of like which one you're more comfortable with or you were introduced to first.
First of all,
Go.
I don't know shit, and I resent the implication that I do.
You have Go. Like, this is where you're introduced to things. You had Shield, you had Go, and Fairy type was already in existence, and that's where you learn things. Is that
And
all
we're in
these
the
fairy
midst
type
of a fairy
fairies.
event. We're in the midst of a fairy type event.
We are indeed, and so you
Oh.
get a little crash course in like who's a fairy and who's not.
Is Swirlix a fairy type?
Yes.
Okay, because I keep catching Swirlixes.
Yes.
It tells you, when you tap on them, it shows at the top of the screen what type it is.
I've heard that, but I've never tested it, so...
And then once you catch it, it says there in the informational thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I'll have to check this out sometime.
Yeah.
Also, it shows you, when you go into your screen with all of your badges,
Yeah.
how many of each type you've caught. So if you go catch a Swirlix, you can check it and see you go up by one. But that's a little bit longer.
Do I need a smartphone to launch this app?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do indeed.
Good to know. I'll try to keep that in mind for the future. Get one of those newfangled phones.
You can even do it on an Android.
I can?
Wow.
Nice. Okay, I'll try to set that up.
If you're a new Android doll.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
I love it.
I'm just yeah.
Get wrecked.
I like my phone.
Well,
But you don't get the cutesy little like Cam dislikes or like Sirmina like laughed at the messages. Like
no, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why it always comes through as.
So Android
text.
actually did introduce a feature to do that, but it only works within Android to Android chats.
iPhone does it the same way. With Apple, it does it the same way with iPhones. I can see physically when somebody like hearts.
No, I know, because I had an iPhone when that was a thing. But
Oh yeah. That's right.
Apple will let you still do that in a group message, right? Even if the group message includes non-iPhones. Whereas...
That's what used to be when like camera I react, it'll just say...
Yeah, no. I remember that because we had the Fyrestorm chat prior to when I switched to Android, and we would annoy Chris by just laugh reacting things. But
like, laughed at. Quote.
No, when I want to still do that, I just copy the message, write laughed at, and then put the message in quotes.
I understand.
Yeah,
I
fine.
see.
but you can still react.
Yes,
Nice.
shiny mirrors like galore.
How cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been trying to go through some research. I did the one today with like the Dragonairs or whatever.
Dragonairs.
Yeah.
Oh, the Legends one?
I don't
I've
know.
been dragging all day, so now it's.
I popped a lucky egg. No, it was a really old one. I popped a lucky egg and did something that was like speed boost research or Jumpstart research. Jumpstart
Because
research.
you have like 10,000
Yeah, I have
special
a
research
bunch.
things
I
to
have
do.
a ton. Yeah, but this one gave me like 100k exp per like thing. So I popped a lucky egg before I finished it, and then like claimed the 100k, and then claimed the final one, which was another 100k, and jumped like 400k in like a minute. It was great.
That's
So you should be level 40 in no time.
No, but I'm almost level 36.
Woo!
Yeah.
Sorry,
Bless you.
guys.
Bless you.
Sorry.
And Sirmina's almost level 31. I saw that.
No, I just hit level 31.
Yeah! Fireworks!
Yay, thank you.
Yeah. So,
I'm really excited because I think I started playing again at the end of February and I was 25.
nice.
And then I made my way to 31. Yeah. I think there's like a week or two ago, there was like a very, very quick temporary event, like sustainability or something, that was like you had to catch like 12 Pokemon, and then if you caught them, you get you 175k, and I was like,
Oh.
David, I have to do this.
Yeah.
Like, just let me do the thing. Like, I caught it like 40 minutes till it ended, and I got really excited. So
Cam,
I
you'd
should
be
have
proud of
popped a
me.
lucky egg like you.
You'd be proud of me. I remote soloed a 3-star raid today.
Woo!
Nice!
A
How
Flygon.
far you come?
A Flygon. And I also didn't put in all my electric types against the Flygon. Even though I really wanted to. Because it's
No.
called a Flygon and it has wings.
You've used ice types because you've learned.
No. I
Because
use dragon and water types.
Interesting. And you still
Dragon
soloed
Raid.
it.
Water's interesting.
Well, dragon. So I used my. Oh, you know what? I used my. He's Rayquaza. Because he's dragon flying, so he didn't take so much damage from the earthquakes. And then I used my Gyarados.
With the water flying stuff, yeah.
And then when those
You
didn't
should
work,
have
I used my Salamances.
If you have Mamoswine, just all the ice moves all the time with the natural ground resistance.
It didn't recommend Mamoswine. I think my Mamoswine has a shitty moveset.
For snow and avalanche.
Nope.
And you'll be good to go.
It's got Powder Snow, but I'm pretty sure it's Ancient Power.
Oh, don't get rid of Ancient Power. That was a special Community Day move.
Okay.
And it's a rock type move, which is really helpful.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, because against
Ancient Power
flying.
also raises attack and defense
Yeah.
10%.
Yeah. Is it good against Is flying, I guess?
Rock against flying is super effective.
Rock against flying.
So
Rock
for all
against
the
fire.
different legendaries,
Yeah.
that
Okay.
are flying.
Yeah. I'll save that for the. I was about to say something stupid, and I'm not gonna say it now. I was gonna say I'll save it for the Moltres raids, and then I realized that no, I would not want to bring out my ice type against the Moltres.
I mean, it depends. You could run into a Moltres that just has like Hurricane and like Sky Attack or something.
Yeah, that's
But, like,
not gonna go so
action
good
on it.
either.
No, against your Mamoswine, you would have been fine.
My ice ground, all those flying
Yeah.
moves.
It's not going to be super effective. It's
Oh, flying's not super effective against ground. Flying just
Ice
is
is
immune
super-
to ground.
Exactly.
Ice is super against flying, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I have Powder Snow on there, which I'm pretty sure I do, it's either Powder Snow or it's Bulldoze.
Oh. Well, I mean, or you just bring your army of Cranidos and Rhyperior that all know...
I don't have those. Do I?
Oh, sorry, Rampardos. I apologize.
Which one?
The evolved
Rampardos.
Rampardos.
Oh, I don't. I definitely don't have that.
You probably don't.
I do have an army of Zatu.
Hey, Zachu's cool.
I always keep a full team of 6 Zatu ready to go.
I guess when you hit up the Machamp raids, you'll be set.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It recommended it. There was once in the entire game that I like did this raid and it was like, bring all your Zatu. I was like, really? And the game was like, yes. It's like, okay, let's go.
So good.
I think it was a fighting type. I think it might have been a Machamp raid. But anyway. Sirmina, where are you at with this game?
Yeah.
You beat the
I did not see your stream today or last night.
It was yesterday. It was
You
very
beat Voltron.
yeah. I beat Volkner. It was very kind of like short notice, but I was like, I need to just do something. I need to go. I need to move. So, I got to Victory Road. I took like 2 steps into Victory Road, saw that the wild Pokemon were at the same level as my Pokemon. I was like, well, I'm not going to have everybody watch me just KO off stream, or on stream, so I'm just going to do a lot of stuff off stream, and then the next thing I do on stream as it relates to Diamond is going to have to be through Victory Road / E4. But also, like, does everybody need to see me struggle through Victory Road?
No.
Yes.
So
You got 2 different responses there because you have the puzzle struggler and the puzzle understander.
No, Victory Road this time was also a struggle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's way too hard. There's too many things. There were too many paths.
There were a lot of paths.
You know what? You know what actually annoyed me about Victory Road this time was it legitimately was like I was walking for too long. I mean, it wasn't that any of the routes through were particularly tricky to figure out, I thought, except for a couple of them. But because you had to walk so far once you even got there, like, it was legitimately pretty easy to get KO'd. Just because you're walking in a straight line. Not even because you had to figure your way through anything.
And there were so many trainers in
Yes.
there as well, and it's like, I feel you wiped 3 times.
I think so. Well, I mean, part of that was the
Yeesh, that's
Steelix
awful.
thing. Because I kept trying to catch a Steelix, so...
oh, right,
yeah.
right.
And while you're
also-
doing that, Steelix is just like sniping members of your team.
You also got to the end. You saw the exit, and you were like, I think I missed something. And then rather than go to the Poke Center and heal, you went back into Victory Road. I was like, no, what are you doing?
Didn't it wind up being fine? It wound up being fine.
No, I think you KO'd and had to go back to the beginning.
Yeah, it was fine.
That's atrocious.
I mean,
Yeah,
just
I'm like
puzzle.
50-50. I don't know that people need to watch me like struggle through Victory Road.
I always enjoy a good Victory Road struggle.
honestly, from now on, like, I can't keep making the crack about how much I dislike puzzles because I apparently opted myself into doing the Victory Road and Ice Gym puzzle 3 times each,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
Might not have actually had to do Victory Road 3 times, but
It's okay.
yeah,
The
Cam,
ice puzzle
once
was fun though.
once I got to the Pokemon League, I realized that I should have gotten there earlier because then I could just fly there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The ice puzzle was fun, Sirmina. I enjoyed the ice puzzle.
Yeah,
It
And
was a
I-
really nice take on the sliding puzzle. It was like sliding puzzle on steroids, dude.
I actually thought this was a way better ice puzzle than the Gen 3 ice
where you
puzzle.
walked on the pieces of ice
Yeah.
and had to activate them all.
Yeah, because
Oh,
that
that
was
was fun.
I thought it was kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie.
I've done those puzzles in like the puzzle book magazine type things
Yeah.
where it's like,
Mm-hmm.
try and hit all the squares without over like doing your steps, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
right, I see the
Yeah,
path.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
I've done those types of puzzles before, so I would just kind of like run through it and knew how to generally do it. But this one at Candace's gym, I was like,
Yeah, no,
Yeah, this was cool.
And
I
it
don't
was
know how to
like-
approach it.
and it was like
Where'd it go?
which side do you need to be on to hit? You gotta like line it up, and there's certain places where you can line it up, but they're on certain sides, and you can't always get to that side super easily. So you kind of have to plan a lot of things out.
And unlike some other gyms, because like I think that in Canalave gym you could definitely miss trainers in there. You had to interact with
I missed the
everyone.
trainer.
at this.
Yeah,
I missed a trainer in Canalave.
Yeah, it's so sad to miss trainers in gyms because they give so much XP.
yeah, true. And then you can't fight them afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
so it sucks. But yeah, ice thing was fun. Losing to the ice gym twice, not fun. But the ice puzzle was fun.
You work ground. It's okay.
Yeah, that was going to be tough.
Yeah. You guys know that I took a level 67 Torterra into E4?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's absurd.
And meanwhile,
It was
for,
helpful.
yeah, having anyone in the 60s.
Yeah.
And I was so happy that, like, Infernape, I was like, this could be my first level 60, and I went through Cynthia, and it was, like, 59 and, like, 0.9. I was like, well.
Yeah.
And then you whipped out your level 67 Torterra at the beginning. I was like, oh my gosh.
What's crazy is I don't even really feel like I farmed for that. It just kept happening.
You only had Tortilla for...
only had Tortilla for a while. But...
Yeah, so Tortilla got, like, everything that you had.
Yeah. But I didn't go crazy at any point. This is the first game where I really feel like, other than the very end, when I did need to put levels on Garchomp, and I think one of my other Pokemon, Hippowdon, I had to grind for. I don't feel like I really did that much grinding throughout the game.
It was a really cool choice, and it really made me feel like I did something wrong to see you put Hippowdon out first because of its ability.
Yes! That was fun.
Like, whipping up the Sandstorm
Yep.
at the beginning of every single battle so that it was constantly doing damage to the other team. I was like, oh, that's really smart. Or, like, I think I got to that with, like, Kyogre's Rain.
Drizzle. Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
well, that's what reminded me. I was like, oh yeah, this works.
But, like, putting a Pokemon out front with a specific ability that would impede the other team, like, Cynthia has Spiritomb with pressure.
Because what is...
Which makes you use 2 PP per move.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Like, I have bites left, I have bites to spare, and I was like, you only have 6, you use 3 and you're done.
Wow.
And then you ran out, and you're like, oh, I guess I'm out. It's like, yeah, pressure as a first ability to go up against really hurts.
That's why, like, all the legendaries have it too.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, because my guy in Sword has pressure. My big skeleton dragon guy.
Eternus?
Yeah, Eternatus.
Eternatus.
Really cool.
Still have beat Shield. So.
But that's also why I am gonna keep Angelica out front, like, moving forward, because she's got toxic spikes.
Which one is Angelica? Oh.
Tentacruel.
Cool.
The only thing... So wait.
And she's got the speed to back her up.
Toxic spikes is a move, though, right?
Yeah.
So the only trick there is that you have to be able to get it out without getting KO'd.
She's got good speed, though. That's her
good
thing, though. Is that
Tentacruel with good speed?
When I did my redo, I ended up catching a Tentacruel, like, level 34 instead of, like, a 28 Tentacool.
Yeah.
With the nature, and I was like, I'm just gonna go with it. And then when I looked at her nature, it was actually the nature that gives me speed boost and special attack reduction. And I was like, this is actually really, really nicely.
That's pretty clutch because Tentacruel also tends to be rather beefy, I feel like. So
yeah, Tentacruel has really good special defense. Yeah. When I caught the Tentacool on my on-stream before my, like, everything crashed.
Oh no!
I had a nature that boosted special defense on top of, like, a Tentacool already having good special defense. So I was just, like, setting up for, like, a super special defense tank.
Yeah.
But in playing with the Angelica that I have now, it makes it a lot better having, like, the special or the speed boost.
The speed boost is big.
Knowing that she's gonna be what I use, like, moving forward for, like, toxic spikes for, like, all the E-Force teams. And this is not the generation where a poison type, like, gets rid of spikes. Gets rid of toxic spikes.
Oh.
That's not introduced yet.
Yeah. See, I had been trying to do... Because my Graveler knew Stealth Rock. Which is kind of similar. Although, does Toxic Spike poison when they come in?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Your Hippowdon had some kind of spike move. But you would always switch out your Hippowdon into something else before using any of its moves.
No. Hippowdon knew Earthquake, Bite, Yawn, and Crunch. Yawn as the status effect could have been what you're thinking of. Graveler knew Stealth Rock.
Then maybe I'm confusing it with Tentacruel.
Probably.
Yeah, the poison spikes are they're clutch. Toxic spikes.
That's pretty clutch.
Now the only thing that I'm not sure about, and I need to like double check this, is that if I use toxic spikes twice, does that like increase the severity of the poison?
I don't think so.
Because I'm allowed to use it again after I've already used it.
It doesn't fail?
I don't think so. I need to test that, but I don't think it fails. Because I know with regular spikes, if you use it twice, the amount of damage that's incurred upon switching in increases.
Doubles? Oh, wow. Huh. Well, there you have it.
Spikes, Toxic Spikes, Stealth Rock, and Sticky Web can all be used in combination with one another. Individually, spikes can be used up to 3 times, increasing damage with each layer.
Oh, wow.
1 layer of Toxic Spikes poisons incoming Pokemon. 2 layers inflict Toxic Poison.
What? That's...
Stealth Rock can only be used once, Sticky Web can only be used once.
Now, in Gen 4, you can survive poisoning.
How?
I don't think I really ever got poisoned.
You can survive poisoning in Gen 4. I've never seen this before, but it happened to me like 4 times.
So, yeah, you survive 1 HP.
Outside of battle?
Yep, outside of battle.
But that's outside of battle.
It's true.
And that's if you have like a high friendship or like a good enough friendship.
I just wanted to point it
I
out
will
because
stick
I've
it
never
out
seen
for
that.
you.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm used to being like, okay, well, there's a KO. Like, I'll just go to the Poké Center now. But like Torterra would just survive, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, you want to keep going? He'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, if you have a good friendship with that Pokemon, then it gives it the good chance that it's going to survive a poisoning like that.
I got Giga Drain. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Find me a water type. I will eat him.
If you ever like had to do a Nuzlocke and anything was poisoned, you just better hope they have high friendship.
Cam's face.
Or just a lot of antidotes. I think I was carrying like 35 antidotes with me for my Nuzlocke.
There you go.
And I think I went through like 2 of them.
I had a
Unless
ton.
you go hardcore and don't use items outside of battle.
Oh,
I was
stop.
thinking about that for a Gen 5 thing where it's you can only use the items that you find, and I was like, no,
Nope.
I don't want to do that.
I love how she jumps on your chair. That's the
And then
best thing.
bops you in the face with her tail.
Mm-hmm.
Tail whip. Andromeda used tail whip.
Thing, and then all of a sudden it's like right in the eyes too.
Is tail whip drops defense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Leer drops attack?
Leer drops defense.
And Growl drops attack.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the one that does harshly?
Screech.
Screech.
Drops defense harshly. Charm.
Drops attack harshly.
Harshly, yes.
Charm was great on Togekiss. No,
Yes. Togetic.
Mm-hmm.
I had Sweet Kiss on Togetic, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a similar idea, right? Like it drops attack.
Sweet Kiss? I can't remember.
Okay.
Can't just play Pokemon Go during all this. This is great. Sweet Kiss, I mixed it up with Lovely Kiss. One of them puts the opponent to sleep, the other one confuses.
Yeah.
Lovely Kiss, I feel like, is sleep.
Yeah.
I think so. Sweet Kiss might be confusing. I don't know.
I always mix them up.
Well, it sounds like the Victory Road stream is going to be awesome. If you
The Victory Road stream.
I'm going to stream Victory Road.
Or the Elite Four stream. If you
The
do
Elite Four stream is going to be.
That'll be awesome. That'll be
I
awesome.
might
Don't forget
do
to use.
VR.
That's
just
fine.
For the sake of...
Honestly, for the sake of time, like being able to do
Yeah.
that stream, E4 and Champion can be long if you get caught up. So, yeah, because it took me about 2 hours 17 minutes, and I was totally done with Victory Road when I did that.
Although, I feel like you're going to have an easier time with the first 3
You should.
E4.
You should.
with water types.
Yes.
I would hope.
Yes. Still.
But, you never know.
And then you just can't bring out Angelica for Lucian.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, first round, toxic spikes.
And that's it.
Yes, I could.
Get
But it
toxic spikes out twice. You don't have to worry about fainting since you're not doing a Nuzlocke.
She does have really good special defense, so perchance
Actually, yeah, true.
she could survive. Perchance.
Don't forget to use your rares.
Candies?
Yeah.
I forgot to do those.
Yeah.
Should have done that.
It's okay.
I had 1, so it's fine.
Yeah. I think I had like 7. I do the item searching.
Yeah.
I learned from the best.
It's true.
I gotta figure out how many I ended up getting. I don't think I've used any so far, so by the time I get to E4, like, I will probably show my item bag before I actually make any changes to leveling.
Good idea.
I'll probably do my moveset, like, separate before I get to E4 and stream E4, but in terms of levels, like, I will show you guys how many rare candies I have.
Yeah.
I might be
And then
over-exaggerating.
And you gotta show us the movesets when you get there, because we need to see them.
Will do.
Yeah. And the stats. Yeah. Just everything.
Yeah.
And stats.
Stats are hard to keep track of, I've realized. Like, I was big on stats, like, in our early generations, and now I'm kind of like, okay. It's physical, or it's special.
I try to keep a general idea of, like, which of the 2 attack stats each Pokemon has a better of.
That is a good
so
point.
That when moves come in through the natural moveset, I'm like, do I want it? Do I not? Because I did that a lot with Draco, because Draco's attack is baller, but his special attack is like, meh.
I will say
You know?
there are certain types in the Gym Leader challenge that make that easier.
There are.
Because, like, ground, I'm never picking something without a special attack, if I can avoid it. I do have a bunch on my team, just because, like, you kind of need some, but
Yeah.
ground Pokemon are more about the real world punching and blocking.
Real world punch.
But yeah, Draco's full of, like, physical moves. And I forewent the Hydro Pump in favor of keeping Aqua Tail, because I was like,
Yeah.
there's just lesser accuracy, and special attack just isn't what the attack is. It's
Yeah.
not worth it.
Yeah.
Fighting is a lot of mixed.
Mixed damage, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Like,
also have a lot of, like,
Mario.
You would think it's physical, but
Yeah, you'd think that like they would all be physical, but like Lucario and Infernape were both mixed attackers. Whereas like Heracross and Machoke, third one, second one, they were both physical only.
it's probably partially due to their secondary typing. Infernape, because it's firefighting, probably
Steel.
lends itself more to that, like, primary. Steel,
Steel, though?
That one was confusing.
I know Flash Cannon is
Defense.
special.
Flash Cannon was great.
Flash Cannon special.
Flash Cannon on Empoleon is perfect, because Empoleon has better special attack than attack.
Nice.
Immediately got rid of Metal Claw once I realized it. I was like, this is not worth it. So,
Metal Claw's a really good early game move though.
it is good early game. Raises attack, does the thing that you need it to do.
When I played Fire Red, that was my favorite move on Charizard.
Nice. That's a good move on Charizard, yeah. Yeah,
Because then rock types were
Yeah.
no match.
exactly.
Exactly.
Folks, I gotta wind down because I gotta take my dog to go pee.
No worries.
But we got at least one stream for you this week because Sirmina's doing E4. And we've got to, at some point, let you guys know what the heck we're doing with Gen 5 and start doing that because, you know, May is almost upon us.
Yeah.
So yeah. Stay tuned. I'll try to post something on the Twitter, which is something I've said every week for the last 3 or 4 weeks or so and have never done. But maybe this week I'll actually get around to it. We can get... What?
I It's been busy.
It's been pretty busy, but my finals are over on Wednesday, so maybe I'll catch back up. Although, I've got some other stuff to catch up on, too. So,
Okay.
I'll try to get something out this week. Although, just keep your eyes peeled for Sirmina's stream. I have no idea when that'll be, but...
If I had a guess, it would be Monday,
Cool.
as in tomorrow.
Oh,
If I had a guess.
That's tomorrow. So,
Have some-
everybody...
I think I could run through like VR myself tonight/tomorrow before I go into E4 tomorrow. I think I could do that.
Great. Everybody who subscribes to us, think about tuning in tomorrow. I haven't kept an eye on the chat, so I don't know who's actually talking tonight. But
Diego is here.
Yeah. Diego is here? Oh, hi, Diego. He's probably gone by now. Hi,
Oh.
Nicole, if you've been chatting.
She has beefy jellyfish.
Beefy jellyfish?
Jellyfish.
Oh,
I'm
beefy
talking
jellyfish.
about Angelica, I think. And
Oh, I see.
Angelica, the jellyfish.
Oh, okay, I see this channel. What's the cow emoji?
Beefy.
Oh, beefy. Beefy. Okay, got it. Alright. Yeah, well, we got that stream coming up. We got the Gen 5 intro, maybe togetherness, maybe not. We'll see. Coming up. But, yeah. Fyrestorm fans, rejoice.
Yay!
And whatever happens, we'll see you guys all next week, which is like, I don't know, May 16th or something.
Oof, yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
That's half of the month. So, yeah. We'll see you guys then. I'm going to take us off.
Yay.